So, hello and welcome to the next episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. And I'm still pretty sorry that I do not sound that sexy as normally. I really sound that great. No, but it's a little bit sad. Starting in the year with not that great health, but to a little bit, make it better. I found a better setup, I guess, because now you can see me a little bit better, a little bit fuller. If I sit, straight up, you can even see my chest. Yeah, I could do it like, no, I could do it not, because I do not want the microphone being seen, because this isn't looking that great. But as you can see on the left side of the screen, and I hope this will afterwards, so after I've exported the video, will still be the left side. We're going to talk about Contagious, which is a book that seems to be pretty important for, for this era we are in. So the social media sharing era. Because this book is about virality, which, you pretty much know what it is. But I think it's pretty important in this era. And therefore, we are going through it. So the book in 3 sentences. Virality isn't born, it's made, which is totally true. But I would say in terms of made, you could say that certain things just go viral every time, because there are just certain things that go viral all the time, or every time, or twice, 3 times, whatever, and which is then these things are kind of born to get viral, even though they do not just get viral because they are certain things, but people connect with these things, or care about these things, or just really want to share them. That's actually the second point, which is when we care, we share, which makes sense as well, because if you just care about something and you really like, my friend could benefit from that, or my mother could benefit from that, or whatever, then you might share it, or you will share it, because you think other persons will care about it as well. So you care about it. The third one is virality is most valuable when the brand or product benefit is integral to the story, when it's woven so deeply into the narrative that people can't tell the story without mentioning it. Which I'm just trying to find connections where I've seen this, or where I've heard this, or wherever. But yeah. So, and really I have to remind me that I sit still and do not do this, do not shake around with my chair or something, so that I'm still in the picture and pretty nice to light it up. I actually had the text side on the right side initially and me on the left side, because I thought like it felt better. But the thing is, I have there a window, and when I sit with the back to my window, and it would not be the greatest thing. And therefore I am now on the right side, and the text on the left side, and so on and so on and so on. But let's actually see the 5 big ideas of these books. Of this book is, the first one is, one reason some products and ideas become popular is that they are just plain. They're just plain better. Is plain better or planned better? Just plain better. I do really want to, another device for me, just translating everything would be a good idea. And I even just thought before I was recording this episode, if I should actually just DM some companies if they could sponsor me a camera or a microphone or something, so that my quality gets a little bit better. Because I do not generate money through this now, and therefore I can't really put something in this. So, theoretically, practically I could, but, as soon as I make some money with it, I will put it into, better gear, camera, a microphone, so that you can even hear me a little bit better. Even though I think the setup I have right now is pretty good for, no cost. Like, there is some kind of cost, but, I haven't really bought something additionally to what I have right now, so that I can make these videos. Which is for me totally great, because, with software we can, you and I, and so we can make a lot of things. Especially the microphone. It's just my smartphone. But the thing is, through software, and I use Adobe Audition, you can really, create a good sound quality at my point of view. It's not like using a dedicated microphone, but, it's pretty good. But let's see, the second point. We need to design products and ideas that are frequently triggered by the environment and create new triggers by linking our products and ideas to prevalent cues in that environment. And I really hope that they just really, describe what they mean by this, because there's nothing I can think about it as I'm reading through it. But I'll see. The third one is, naturally contagious content usually evokes some sort of emotion, which is totally true. And this is also something I know from marketing, or I've heard in terms of marketing a lot, that you should always be creating emotions while you're marketing, or with your marketing. It is better to generate positive emotions, which is totally makes sense, but you could actually create negative emotions as well, which then would really create such kind of reality. Not reality, but virality. Because if you just piss a lot of people off, they will comment, they will share, and they will tell their friends that this is shit what you're talking about, or maybe not, or just it's often something like a slap in the face. If you're just really destroying the world view, or the not like in that a negative how should I say, not in a negative or so negative way. You can just like completely destroying their life. I'm not talking about this, but I'm really saying something that's against their view, which then might piss them off, and so on. Yeah. But let's see. We need to design products and initiatives that advertise themselves and create behavioral, I'm here by the way, residue that sticks around even after people have bought the product or espoused the idea. And I have to read it again. We need to design products and initiatives that advertise themselves and create behavioral residue that sticks around even after people have bought the product. I especially like the part about advertising themselves. If you really achieve a product, or achieve making a product that advertises itself, I think you have won, because it's an endless wheel. Unless this product gets really out and nobody will care about it anymore. But up to this point, you're really in a good position. Which is, I think, and I'm now thinking about slime. This whole slime thing, I wasn't really through or in it. I just kinda went into it through Gary Vee, because he was interviewing a slimer, which is just a person who, how should I say, I would say review slime, or just play with slime on Instagram, on camera. And this seems to be a pretty big group. And the thing is, you create the slime, you sell it. These people just then use the slime to make their videos, which then seems then to be to advertising themselves, the product. Because you have to use the product to just make these videos. Through these videos, other people see them and they will buy the slime, and maybe they will even just then create the videos themselves, which, as I was telling you before, it's then an endless wheel. Well, it seems like. Sorry. The fifth one is people don't just share information, they tell stories. And it's all the time about storytelling, and I really have to go through a book dedicated or only about storytelling, because at my point of view, storytelling is such an important thing. But the thing is, I don't really know how to storytell correctly. I know it in terms of written words, but not in terms of really marketing, or I think there are also some other things, not all the time marketing. But let's see, the principles of reality. The first one is social currency. The second one is triggers. The third one is emotion. The fourth one is public. The fifth one is practical value. And the sixth one is stories. Just thinking about social currency. If they mean if it's really famous in the society, or socially, or if it can create such a social, how should I say, a social groups, or just connect people socially. Triggers are quite emotions, because you can trigger emotions through this, but emotions is clear. Public, I don't know. Practical value is, I think, this product is actually can be used for something, not like it's just only a waste of money, and it's actually pretty shit. And the sixth one is storytelling. But let's see at the actual Coteach's summary. Wine. It's just really written like wine in German, which is called Wein. I say wine. Wine didn't create just another cheese steak, he created a conversation piece. One reason some products and ideas become popular is that they are just plain better, and I just have to. And whatever you have to translate, use deep L. I've been talking about it a lot, but I think it's a good one. It's just that simple, but it's totally true. If you have a good product, it will just really advertise itself, because people just will talk about this. Is actually, and I'm not gonna lie, this is actually something I was talking about yesterday with my girlfriend. So I was talking about restaurants, and I said that to have a great restaurant, you just need good food, friendly people, and maybe, really maybe, big portions, or big. I think it's portions. So so if you just buy something from my restaurant, you will get a lot, not like. I will translate it. No, it's not like portion. Yeah, I know, you get what I mean. You just get a lot of food for your money. And I think that's only just what you need, because if you have good food, if they are friendly and not really shit, and you get a lot for your money, this is actually it. That's everything you need for a good restaurant, at my point of view. For sure, you just you need your customers, but customers will come through these three factors, at my point of view. It's just what I think about, and this really contributes my thinking of people just really, first of all, overthink a lot, and second of all, make everything so complicated, even though it isn't really, which is a little bit of pity, because so much things could be easier, but we make them harder all the time by ourselves. Research by the Caliphate Group finds that only 7% of word of mouth happens online, which is totally true. You know, if you just have to tell someone, you probably just, go to them and talk with them. You're not like from person to person. Yeah. Virality isn't born, it's made. How does it make people look to talk about a product or idea? So how does it make people look? So is it meant to be like, how other people then see them, or how they see themselves? So how does it make people look to talk about a product or idea? If it is in terms of how they will be seen from the outside, I think I just think about, if they talk about games, people will think about them as a gamer. If they talk about SpaceX, or I don't know, some other space companies, other people will see them as scientifically interested, or if that's right, but I don't care, and so on. I think, and I hope this is meant. How does it make people look, or just triggers are stimuli that prompt people to think about related things. That's true. So if you just create a product which is then a retro product or a vintage product, you then if you create a good, or if it is a good product, you will then immediately think, so if you're just a little bit older, you will immediately think about your past, about your childhood, about these things, and this would then be a trigger. So the product itself would then be a trigger for your past, I think. But let's see. People often talk about whatever comes to mind, so the more often people think about a product or idea, the more it will be talked about. This is actually, I think, why advertisement is such a big thing. You just see it all the time. And the more a company does it, and the more active it is in, just making ads and so on, there will just be more people to see them, and because they have all these things in mind, or your product in mind, or your company in mind, they will just talk about it more often than before, which makes sense. It definitely makes sense. And my nose is a little bit, just cribbling. Not cribbling, but I don't know. We need to design products and ideas that are frequently triggered by the environment, and create new triggers by linking our product and ideas to prevalent cues in that environment. And I bet with you that if I just translate this one, I won't get something out of it, but I'll see. I just think about something. I think about a product that's, just, can I do this? Yes, I can do this. I think about a product that's something like, organic, something like an organic hand cream. I was actually talking about an organic hand cream before, which is, pretty interesting. An organic hand cream, organic cream in general. That's what I'm thinking about. And you just really, they say that these ideas should be triggered, your products should be triggered by the environment. So our environment is pretty much fucked up. That's for sure, and you know this, and I know this, and so on. So if you make an organic, really just this people-friendly and environment-friendly product, like a hand cream or a car, these products or the environment trigger these products. So through I'm thinking about it, the environment triggers you to just think about this product, because they are just some sort of related. This product and the environment, but it also works the other way around. So your product then triggers you thinking about the environment, because you can see, if you buy this hand cream, you just look at it and be like, this is environment friendly. I know our environment is so much fucked up, and I hope this is what they mean. And I don't know, actually. I don't know. I do know something, or I do not want to say quite a lot, but yeah, I say quite a lot, but I do not know everything. And you are here with me on your journey to learn things. And yeah, when we care, we share. Actually, something I've talked about. Naturally, teacher's content usually evokes some sort of emotions, which is totally true. Can people see when others are using our product or engaging in our desired behavior? In terms of, do they see our product? Which is why, Nike or every other sports company just puts their logo on every fucking side of their product, so that everybody is seeing that they or these people are just using their product, and so that other people see these people are using their product, and so on. Or engaging in our desired behavior. Just translate this one. No. So. That doesn't make any sense for me. To be honest. Wait. So just if they act like we wanna act, yeah, it would make sense in this, but this doesn't make. Yeah, it would say it it makes sense in terms of translating this, but it do not make any sense in terms of what I'm just reading, or but it's actually a long time. And we need to design products and initiatives, and I've read that people like to help others most of the time. So if we can show them how our products or ideas will save time, improve health, or save money, they'll spread the world. So in the beginning of the sentence, I was just thinking about what the fuck are they talking about? But it actually makes sense. And that's actually why you should really have a good product, and why marketing doesn't get you anywhere if your product is just a piece of shit. You just first of all create a good product and then market it. Not like market your product as it is in development and people get it and it's shit and so on, and this wouldn't really work. What broader narrative can we wrap our idea in? ? People don't just share information, they tell stories. We need to make our message so integral that to the narrative that people can't tell a story without it. Can't tell the story without it. Just thinking about SpaceX, actually. So if you tell your friend this, so some people are just really, you could basically. You could be like, some people are like, they just really make or want to make this space traveling thing a public thing, and everybody should be able to do this and so on. And then your friend might be like, okay, that's great. Or maybe he asks, who is doing this? And then you have to admit or just tell them that SpaceX or Elon Musk is doing it. But it's actually not, you can just do it. But I get that's really important, because you then just have to first of all think about this product all the time again, and then if you talk about it, it's really another step of just reminding yourself all the time that this product or idea is a thing. Yeah. And this actually reminds me of creating your own market, because if but the thing is, Russell Brunson, I think he was called, the founder of ClickFunnels, which is a website where you can create funnels, to if somebody goes to this landing page, they click on a button, they come to a Facebook website. On the Facebook website there is a link to, I don't know, to your product, whatever, or the other way around, whatever. So just to make, not to make sales, but also just to, the thing is like this, and there is a lot of people, and all the way down there get only a few people, and this is then the funnel, and they just then see the product or even buy the product or whatever. But the thing is, he was talking about if you have a product or an idea or whatever, and it doesn't really fit, or it fits in other categories, but these categories, sorry, I just, use this TH all the time. Categories are just, filled up with people and everybody's doing this and so on. Then you should maybe be just making your own category. Just, I have, so there are electric cars. Then there are hybrid cars. And then you be like, you make environment-friendly cars with water, or H+, which then should be it. Yes, I think, yeah. You know what I mean, I hope. People share things that make them look good to others, which is totally true. Just as people use money to buy products or services, they use social currency to achieve desired positive impressions among their families, friends, and colleagues. And now I think what they actually meant by social currency. Give people a way to make themselves look good while promoting their products and ideas along the way. Which is like, if you have a product and that's pretty environment friendly and people friendly and so on, they will look good to others because they are using your product. Maybe it's even just a little bit expensive, which makes them, a little bit richer than the others, and so on. Along the way, there are 3 ways to do that. Find inner remarkability, leverage game mechanics, and make people feel like insiders. Okay. Remarkable things provide social currency because they make the people who talk about them seem, more remarkable. Which is just like thinking about it as SpaceX, if nobody, or if it's just, a higher way of thinking, or I don't know, and you're talking about it, and then it is like you are just, a higher thinker and you are more intelligent than others. Is this a thing? Makes that sense? Does that make sense? I don't know. Remarkable. Actually translated. But I think it's, So, the thing is, if you talk about remarkable things, that doesn't make you remarkable, or it would be a pity if people just really think about it like this, but they seem to. One way to generate surprise is by breaking a pattern people have come to expect. Emphasize what's remarkable about a product or idea, and people will talk. People don't just care about how they are doing, they care about their performance in relation to others. That's actually true. We are always just, seeing how the others are doing and what he is doing, what she is doing. And the thing is, we should, maybe concentrate more on ourselves. I think it's better for mental health, some sort of, because, if you're just thinking all the time about some other people, and this is also a thing why maybe social media isn't a good thing, because you just really have these beautiful and sporty and healthy people in front of you, and you just see them, and you just, immediately, just really, I need a word. You really just, look at them and then look at you, and then you might be like, I'm way different than them, and that pisses you off and so on, but you are a great person, And I know that because you are you and you are the only you. Like, maybe there's a second you because he just, looks the same as you. But in terms of your character, your achievements, your entire life, you are you. And you are remarkable for being you. One way to generate surprise, I've read that people don't just care about how they're doing, they care. I've read that game mechanics help generate social currency because doing well makes us look good. Which makes sense. People are talking because they want to show off their achievements, but along the way they talk about the brands, Zelda or Twitter or domains, golf or the SAT, where they achieved. Both used scarcity and exclusivity to make customers feel like insiders. People don't need to be paid to be motivated. People are happy to talk about companies and products they like, and millions of people do it for free every day without prompting. Prompting. But as soon as you offer to pay people to refer other customers, any interest they had in doing it for free will disappear. Give people a product they enjoy and they'll be happy to spread the word. Which is totally true. Which I think about, if you really pay someone to talk about your company, is the wrong thing. Because I understand it, you get paid for just saying something you initially would have said, but the spirit goes away because you kind of have to and you get paid to, and it feels a little bit strange and so on. But if they just give you a product and be like, here you have a product, maybe you mention it or something, or maybe not, just it's up to you, then you might be like, I can do it myself, I can decide it myself. And people really like to decide things themselves and really just, create something themselves. This is actually something I've been talking about the last time. People really like to create something themselves or find out something themselves or, make something themselves, whatever, just themselves. And if you just give them the product, they have the opportunity themselves to either choose to yes, do it, or no, don't do it. And either way, if your product is good, they just will talk about it because the product is actually good, or they will be happy about it and they will, look forward to working with your company. Yeah. Interesting products didn't get any more ongoing word of mouth than boring ones. Which is, the contradiction of what I was just, saying, which... Yeah, interesting doesn't mean to be good. Interesting, if this product is interesting, but, it's at the end it's just a piece of shit, then, I won't talk about it. Triggers are like little environmental reminders for related concepts and ideas. Why does it matter if particular thoughts or ideas are top of mind? Because accessibility, thoughts and ideas lead to action. Different locations contain different triggers, which reminds me on context. Everything is about context. And it's something we were going through in school as well, because, I'm a graphic design student, and context matters quite a lot, because it depends if your painting is in a museum, then, I don't know, just staying around here at home and you make a photo of it and just post it on Instagram. It's a total different thing, even though it's the same product. But yeah, I hope you get something out of this article. It's a little hard to understand for me as a not native speaker, but I'll do my best to, to provide value for you and just to learn something myself. And these are things that matter in today's environment, in today's world, I think, today's society, sorry. But nevertheless, thank you very, 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 very much for being with me this time. As I said, I hope you get something out of it. If there's something you really want to talk to me or tell me or whatever, there should be all the links either down in the description if you're on the YouTube video, or actually in the podcast description, wherever it is, if you're listening to the podcast right now. And I really have to thank you for listening to me, going with me through this, and I'll see you the next time. I hope tomorrow, or even today, maybe today. But I'll see you the next time.